Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. So, how is your inner work and ascension journey going on? So, as we all know, that we as a collective consciousness and the earth is going through the ascension or ascension journey at this point of time. So, we are working on ourselves, we are healing ourselves, we are unlocking the knowledge which is already stored within our DNA. Okay, and in this journey, I am here with this series of personal spiritual mastery, reinstating personal divinity. Okay, so in this series, I am going to make multiple videos and we are going to learn the new information which is already there, or I would say we are remembering the information which is already hidden inside our DNA. So we are unlocking this information which is already there within our DNA. Okay, so as we all know, we all are the angelic human beings and we are the guardians of the earth. We all live in this 15 dimensional time matrix and we are currently living on earth which is there in dimension 3. So we are unlocking the actual meaning of life, the actual dance for life. So I will just brief you about what is this dance for life. Okay, we always hear or we always think that life is very difficult, or life is a school, or life on earth is like we learn various lessons and all of these things. But today we are going to remember and relearn or unlock the actual meaning of life, because today we are going to remember the life is actually a dance, a cosmic dance which happens within us or through us. Okay, we all know that we all carry the consciousness of the divine, the consciousness of the divine mother and divine father within us. So let us start learning the dance for life. So the dance for life workshop is an introduction to the Christos founder Emerald Order Melchizedek Cloister personal spiritual mastery course, Reinstating Personal Divinity, which contains 144 elements of spiritual mastery. The Dance for Life program, the first in a series of 4 progressive dance for programs, is based upon Emerald Order Melchizedek Cloister Master Spiritual Development Teachings excerpted from the Maharata Book 1 Volume 1, The Dance for Life, which includes the first 36 elements of spiritual mastery. The Dance for Life features a simply rendered yet intensive study of practical masters' spiritual knowledge. Through this knowledge, we can rediscover the inner keys to the higher kingdoms and begin to set ourselves free from the unnatural limitations of shadow mortality that keeps us unnecessarily imprisoned within a mass hologram of finite and disempowered existence. All materials are translated from the ancient Meko CDT plates and the original Meko Azurite Maharaji Iani Maharata text of Inner Earth. Okay, so I just read the introduction for the Dance for Life workshop. We have come across multiple terms like Emerald Order Melchizedek Cloister and the Maharata text. Okay, so what are these texts or what are these terms mean? So we are going to know about these terms now. Okay, and uh, all this information or all this knowledge I am reading is from the Freedom Teachings, which is like we will know about it in the upcoming video. So what are the freedom teachings, and these are translated by the speaker one called Asha Dean. Okay, so the dance for life, dance for love, and dance for freedom, and dance for joy are the four parts of this dance for series, or I would say the personal spiritual mastery course, which emphasizes on reinstating personal divinity through 144 elements of spiritual mastery. The Maharata Book 1 is a 4-volume series, contemporary Meko speakers translation of the ancient Meko Maharata textbook 1 of the 590 book Maharata text from 2,46,000 BC, that are presently held in the protective custody of the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order Iani races of Inner Earth. So, who are these Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order races? So basically, these are the guardian races, or the group of guardian souls who help us to move ahead on our ascension path, to achieve ascension, and to reclaim our personal divinity, and to remember who we actually are, and to reclaim our cosmic divine blueprint. Okay, so as we all know that we all are angelic human beings, and the angelic human beings are the guardians of earth, who have at least 12 strands of DNA. Okay, so when we are going on the ascension path or the ascension path, it is our responsibility to reclaim all the knowledge, all the cosmic divine blueprint. We need to activate our 12 strands of DNA template. Okay, so now we will know about the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order teachings, the Iani, and the CDT plates. So the ancient Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order perspectives teach us the inner Christos, or the living God spirit alive within all things, including the natural environment. Inner Christos philosophies are built upon understanding of what is referred to as the law of one. Inner Christos law of one perspective respectfully acknowledges the interconnection, interdependence, and intrinsic value of all components of reality, in recognition that the living consciousness, God Spirit, or inner Christos, is the tangible substance of consciousness and energy form, and of which all things manifest are composed. So basically, as I mentioned at the starting of the video, we all are the parts of the divine. We all are parts of the Divine Mother and Divine Father, and we all carry that divine consciousness within us. So inner Christos is nothing but the part of the divine consciousness, the part of the eternal life force energy that is present within all of us. Okay, so Meko teachings offer people an opportunity for advancing personal empowerment through genuine spiritual development, regardless of their religious affiliation. Okay, so basically, all the religions are originally made to spread or teach the original Christos divine teachings, or the original ascension teachings to all of the human beings. The original Christos teachings or the original ascension teachings are coming back, and we are learning. Okay, so inner Christos of the law of one, Meko spiritual teachings belong to everyone of every creed. Okay, so there is no differentiation, like these teachings are available to only a specific group of beings, or these are not available to all of the humanity. It is a myth, and it is available. The original divine teachings, the original Christos teachings, the original ascension teachings are available to each and every human being. Okay, so there is no differentiation, no discrimination according to the eternal God source, and the original ascension path, or the original what we could say, the original teachings are available for each and every one of us. Okay, so the word Christos, Kristos, comes from the most ancient text, and it referred to the personal divine blueprint of conscious living, God spirit energy of which all things and beings manifest are made. So basically, the Christos is nothing but the eternal God consciousness that lives inside of all of us. Okay, because we all are one and we all are the part of the eternal God consciousness, eternal source consciousness, eternal divine light consciousness. Through familiarity with the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order teachings, one can grow to recognize Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order perspective. At the center of the contemporary Emerald Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order teachings program lies an ancient mystery known as the CDT plates. This gives us a gist of what the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order teachings are, or what the original divine teachings are, the original guardian or Christed path teachings are. Okay, and now we will know about what are the CDT plates. Okay, so the books and the course program produced by the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order are not speculative nor theoretical in nature, but are rather already existing within a very ancient set of texts called the Maharata texts. So the 560 books of the ancient Maharata texts are the original translations of an even older set of ancient records that have survived to our present time, stored on a set of 12 digital holographic recorder discs called the Cloister Dora plates or CDT plates that were manufactured in 2,46,000 BC. The CDT plates and the Maharata texts have been translated into written form numerous times in our ancient history in many different countries and languages. So basically, the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order teachings or the Guardian teachings are not any assumption or just theory, but these are original Divine Christos teachings which are given to the humanity and which are given to all of the universe, all of the cosmos over the period of time again and again, and these are present in the CDT plates or the Cloister Dora plates, okay, which were manufactured in 2,46,000 BC. Okay, so the CDT plates are real physical objects that have been kept in the private protective custody of a specific family line of indigo children on earth since 9558 BC, fall of Atlantis. This family line is called Iani, who refer to themselves as the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order priests of Ur. Another branch of the Iani family call themselves the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order priests of Mua. The word priest originally meant guardian or steward and administrator of spiritual wisdom. So now we come to know the word priest, which we hear in on earth or in the 3D life, where is originated from. So the priests are basically the guardians or the protectors. Okay, both males and females in stewardship to spiritual wisdom and administering this wisdom to others are referred to as priests or ministers. The Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order have always been and will always be a non-hierarchical, non-gender biased spiritual service collective. There are small collectives of Iani descendants alive, well and living on earth now in various global religions who hold the knowledge and the relics like the CDT plates of pre-ancient earth and its civilizations. During many historical periods, written translations of the CDT plates was forbidden to protect the Iani speakers and prevent planetary Templar knowledge from being confiscated and abused. At these times, only verbal presentations of the knowledge was permitted. Thus, translators were called speakers to protect the integrity and quality of CDT plate translations and to ensure the safe keeping of the 12 CDT plates. Now we know how these original teachings or original guardian teachings come to the entire humanity. In every cycle, the three speakers are there to translate this original teachings, the original ascension teachings to the entire humanity. We know that what are the CDT plates and what are Maharata texts, what this dance for life series, what knowledge we are learning or relearning or remembering and unlocking in this part. We all have the physical body, okay, but we have many more bodies, okay, which makes the entire consciousness of us. So as we have the physical body which corresponds to the dimension 1, okay, so as we go further, as we go into the dimension 2, it consists of our emotional body or our subconscious mind. And as we go upwards, like in dimension 3, we have it is associated with our mental body or our conscious mind. So dimension 1 is our physical body, which is our unconscious mind, which corresponds to the first dimension, and it also corresponds to our root chakra. So we have all the chakras in our energy body, okay, and the dimension 1 corresponds to our root chakra, which also corresponds to our physical body and which also corresponds to our unconscious mind, okay. And we as we move forward, the dimension 2 corresponds to our sacral chakra, which is also our subconscious mind and which also corresponds to our emotional body, okay. And as we move forward, the dimension 3 corresponds to our solar plexus chakra, which is our conscious mind and which also corresponds to our mental body, okay. So this dance for life series helps us to realign our physical, emotional and mental body, okay. So we are going to learn what are these bodies one by one and what is exactly associated with all these bodies, okay. So let us start with the physical body or the unconscious mind. So the unconscious mind or our root chakra stores the entire information, all the information, all the history, all our reincarnations, all our lifetimes, all our memories. So it is all the entire information is stored into our root chakra or our unconscious mind. But we focus only on the physical body, okay. But we need to be more aware of look things or feel things or be conscious about the things which are there beyond our physical bodies, okay. And once we break that illusion or we come more and more into the awareness beyond our physical body, we come into the awareness of our emotional body, okay. So as we all are human beings, so we experience many emotions, okay, whether it is high vibration emotions or low vibration emotions, we experience all of the emotions, okay. And all of these emotions are stored into our sacral chakra, into our subconscious mind, okay. And we go through many lifetimes and we go even in this lifetime we go through many of the experiences, and as we go through all of these experiences, some are good experiences, some experiences help us learn, and some experiences make us traumatized or we get lot of wounds, lot of traumas which are not so good experiences, okay. So the emotions associated with all of these experiences get stored in the subconscious mind or in the emotional body, okay. So we need to be more careful about what we let in in our emotional body, or what we let in our subconscious mind. Okay, so when we live the 3D life, we are told or we are taught to maintain the hygiene of our physical body, to get bath early, or to eat clean foods, or to get enough amount of sleep. Okay, so as we do all of these things which are necessary for our physical body, we need to be very careful, or we need to be aware about our emotional body as well. Because as we go through the experiences or the journey of life, or the many past incarnations of life, there are lot of emotion, lot of traumas, lot of good and bad things get stored in our subconscious mind. Okay, and as we go forward, the third chakra or the solar plexus chakra, which is related to our mental body. Okay, and which is also our conscious mind. So our all these bodies, like physical body, emotional body, mental body, or the unconscious mind, subconscious mind, conscious mind, all these are interconnected. Okay, and if one gets affected, then it automatically affects the other one. So it is our responsibility to realign all of these minds, all of these bodies. Okay, we need to heal them once and for all, so that all these get aligned and we can move ahead in our ascension journey or ascension path. Okay, so when we incarnate on this earth, we generally don't remember who we are. Okay, so we don't have that memory, like who we originally are, and what all the things, or what all the traumas, or what are the emotions, or whatever things are stored in all of our physical body, mental body, emotional body. Okay, so as we work on ourselves, as we come more and more into awareness, we come more and more close to our original self. We get to know what traumas we have, what wounds we have, and what all things we need to heal. Okay, so as we learned that our emotional body, our second dimension, our sacral chakra, which is nothing but our subconscious mind, and we hear this word lot many times in this 3D world, like we have the subconscious, or the subconscious mind, or the subconscious feeling, or the memories, or the emotions. Okay, but what exactly is this subconscious? Okay, the subconscious holds everything, it contains everything, the light aspects of us, and even the shadow aspects of us. Okay, so what exactly the shadow body means, what exactly the shadow means? So when many people hear this word shadow, they get frightened, or they start running away from that part. Okay, so the shadow is nothing but the part of us which is not into the completely light consciousness. Okay, so as I already mentioned, we go through the journey of life, even this life and all of the past lives, and whatever experiences and emotions, or traumas, or whatever the not so good experiences we have had, those get stored into the subconscious mind, and which creates the shadow body, or the shadow aspects of ourselves. Okay, so what we need to do, like we need to, first of all, we need to recognize and accept that we have both the light body and the shadow body, and the shadow body is the part of our consciousness only. Okay, and as we work on ourselves, as we go ahead in our ascension journey, we need to integrate those shadow aspects of us, And how do we integrate those shadow aspects of us? First we will understand, like, when we have all these traumas, all these wounds, all these unhealed parts of us within us, it creates a shadow body. And many of the times this shadow body is used for many of the, like, mind control programs or fear based programs, and which keeps us imprisoned in this finite consciousness, and it does not let us to ascend to, it does not let us to reclaim our cosmic divine blueprint. Okay, so for that, to get out of that finite living, we need to reclaim our full freedom. We need to reclaim our original Christos divine blueprint, and for that we need to heal the shadow body of us. We need to, first of all, we need to accept that like, if we have any shadow parts of us, if we have any traumas, any wounds, whether they are from this lifetime or whether they are from the previous lifetimes. Okay, as we start healing the parts of us which are traumatized, which are wounded, which are very angry, which are very what I would say, which separate us from the source consciousness, maybe in form of ego, in form of spiritual ego, in form of anger, hatred, jealousy, or any low vibration emotions which are not in alignment with our original Christos divine blueprint. We need to start observing that. We need to start observing ourselves, and as we become more and more with ourselves, we need to observe ourselves as a third person. Okay, and as we start observing our own selves from a neutral perspective, we start recognizing the patterns, the shadow parts of us, the traumas, the wounds from which we are operating. And many a times it happens when we are at the beginning of our ascension journey, we mostly operate from the shadow part of us. We perceive all the things from the shadow part of us, which is stored in our subconscious. So there is light part of us also, and there is shadow part of us also in the subconscious. But when we are not healed, we are wounded, and we are running from ourselves, we are running from our shadows, maybe out of fear, out of the 3D conditioning, or maybe our soul does not have that much power to face ourselves, to face those dark parts of ourselves. Okay, there is no hurry. We need to be gentle with ourselves. We need to give that unconditional love, nurturing, and nourishment to ourselves. And we need to, like a parent nourishes or nurtures the own child. So in 3D, whenever a child needs any assistance or any guidance, the parents provide that nurturing or nourishment or assistance to the child. Okay, so likewise, even if as a children we did not receive those nourishment, nurturing, guidance, that love, we need to start seeking that love from our own self, from our own Christos selves. And if you don't feel like you can ask that from your own Christos self, you can ask that from the Divine Mother or Divine Father. Okay, they are always there to help us, guide us, protect us, heal us, and to show the way of us. Okay, they help us to meet our true self, to reclaim our original Christos divine blueprint, and we can reclaim our own 12 strand DNA template by healing and integrating the shadow parts of us. It is our responsibility to integrate and heal those shadow parts of us. And if we don't do that, they are being used for the mind control, or we are not going on the path of ascension but we are being stuck in the reincarnation cycle here on earth. Okay, so it is our responsibility to heal that part of us. I will be telling you the simple steps how we can do that. This Dance for Life program helps us integrate or to align our physical body, emotional body, and mental body to realign, and it is in realignment to our Christos self. We have learned what is the emotional body, what is the physical body, and what is the mental body, and we act out of our mental body. But as all these bodies are connected, if there is like any one of this is not in alignment, then it will reflect on the other. How we can do that, how we can heal our shadow body, and how we can realign our emotional, mental, and physical body, and live a Christed path of life, and live the life of ascension, the original organic Kristic ascension path. So there are few simple techniques given. We are going to learn about those techniques in the upcoming videos, okay, because this video is like very much long now, so I will stop here only, and we will learn about all these things in the upcoming videos. Okay, so till that time, keep on working yourselves, keep on connecting with yourselves, be one with yourself, be one with your body, be one with your mind, be one with your soul. Okay, and few simple techniques which we can do is exercising, meditating, breathing. Okay, so these things also help us to realign our physical, emotional, and mental body with our Christos self. In the next video, we will learn about the 12 attitudes of mastery and how we can achieve those. Okay, and the simple techniques to embody the attitudes of mastery. Okay, so till that time, keep on working yourself, be happy, healthy, and safe until we meet next time. Bye.